My computer's being a bit of a jerk this morning. I don't know if this video is going to come out. If it don't come out, of course, you won't see it. It's obvious. Uh, I went walking and I start thinking, when one of these coils, it's not the coil that's arcing, the voltage comes up to the coil, then it goes out of the coil to a wire up to the terminal. And the coil's not even on, but the voltage is still up at the terminal. And because the terminal, uh, the bakelite has been sprayed with deox or some other chemical, it becomes conductive. And that's really low current. So I realized that if I use my scope, it loads it down enough it doesn't arc. If you use a voltmeter, it loads it down, it doesn't arc. If you put a neon bulb in series with it, uh, it's such a small amount of voltage that's arcing and current that doesn't light the bulb. So as I'm walking, I realized that possibly I could hook a choke. This is a 100 millihenry choke on the end. 100 millihenry, not microhenry, millihenry. It's almost up in the audio. So as you bring this choke near the coil, you'll see a waveform, and it doesn't load it down as much as other methods. So hopefully, when I get this back together, I'm going to put the wires back on. I can get the one coil, coil, and wiring that to arc up at the band switch. I'm really aggravated by the computer. It went on. Let me make sure it's still working. Yeah. Uh, it went on, but then it wanted to update something. I want to do the video. I don't want to. Every couple days, my computer updates either Foxfire, Norton, Windows, and there's something else. So anyway, I just want to do the video. Leave me alone. But this radio is sort of possessed. While I'm working on it, the temperature gets incredibly hot again outside. You know, I'm sitting in the air conditioning, and I'm wondering, is it humidity that's getting in to the band switch also? So we had two really dry days, and the crackling wasn't as bad. I'm not touching it. I want to be able to find a way to tell which wire that goes to the band switch is the one that's causing the crackling. And while I was walking, I also realized you could take a toothbrush and some toothpaste, and you could clean up. Once you find the terminals that's bad, you take your toothpaste and you clean all around the terminal. Give it a good scrubbing, and make sure you dry it all off. The toothpaste, abrasive material in there, and it should break down the path of carbon that's over the bakelite. Now, you might be too late for your radio, you know. Then another funny thing, besides it being hot, I was fighting it out with a guy on eBay. And the guy on eBay takes orders for videos, DVDs, and he just lets you, hopes you forget that you ordered it. He doesn't send it. And he's in China, and I said a few things to eBay. He's got 1,000 negatives in 1 month. And I said, eBay, why is he still on there? Because he pays eBay part of the, when he lists, he pays eBay, so eBay takes it. So I didn't get in a fight with eBay. I just took eBay to a new level. They suck. And so I went past the day the DVD is supposed to show up. So in the interim of the color, the color guard, the poop test, I get it all done, and I go out to put it in the mailbox. It won't fit in the mailbox. So I put it on my steps, and I put a message for Jamie on my mailbox. So I got later on, the flag's down on the mailbox, and there's a message on top of my message. It's UPS, not the United States Postal System. I was like, oh, come on. So I go online, and the nearest place is up the highway. I'd have to take a bus. And I'm like, this is bullshit. They sent me a test. So I call up, And the girl goes, well, all you have to do is take that to a center. I said, lady, I said, I'm retired. I'm jumping through hoops. Just doing the test. It's new. But anyway, I'm retired. I said, lady, I'm retired. I'm tired of jumping through hoops for everybody. I'm supposed to be retired. So she says, well, I can call UPS up and have them pick it up at your house. That's what we did. So that was it. But in the interim, I go out and open the mailbox, and there's a DVD package. And I'm looking at it. I'm like, I open it up. It's the wrong movie that I ordered. Of course, somebody in our group decided to start sending me DVDs without telling me. So now I'm up on there reading messages about how someone has hijacked my Amazon account, and I can't get in Amazon. Amazon didn't like my password. I have it written down in the book. I know what the frickin' password is. And I finally got in. Amazon finally let me in. But it wanted me to change my password. So I changed it to the same password. And I got in and I looked and there was no activity on my account. But this is what I go through. I'm not retired. I'm being jerked. All these weird things stack up against me, including the computer now creating a new problem. And some of these problems you can't find. You got to reload the program or pray that you find a workaround. But that's what I'm working on. I'm staying with this because it would be nice to be able to figure out which wire up on the band switch is the one that's arcing to ground. And like I said, I was up on the different conferences, and one guy just deoxed it. Oh, I just wanted to go right through the computer and kill that guy. See, these people, they don't read the messages. To hear problem with the band switch, spray it with deox, spray it with deox, spray it with deox. That's why I went out of electronics. I told you there's so many people that play make-believe. They read something and repeat it like a parrot. I went through that with the CNC. I want to enjoy every day I get up. I don't want to have stress. Now, this radio is the hardest one, and I figured I'm at the level I should be able to fix it. Well, yeah, I understand why it goes bad, how to track it down, sorta, process of elimination, because the impedance of the circuit is so high. If you put anything near it, it loads it down and it stops arcing. I just want to, give you a complete update. I'm still working on it. I like to solve problems, and I worked in a company, and I don't want to tell you how many times they were supposed to give me something for solving the problem, and they didn't give it to me. It is what it is now. I think that's it. All right, that's it. I hope this worked.